As a small business owner, one of the first and most important tools you're going to invest in is invoicing and accounting software. Now, obviously in 2017, software in the traditional sense doesn't really exist anymore. Most software or apps are being hosted in the cloud, and FreshBooks was one of the first accounting softwares to offer that service completely cloud-based. So let's take a look and review FreshBooks in full and see if it's worth your hard-earned cash. So as soon as you log into FreshBooks for the first time, and each time you log in, you'll get the dashboard. And here you'll get a complete but also brief overview of your entire financial situation for your business. Starting at the top with outstanding revenue, all of your customers that still owe you money and haven't paid invoices, and you can check in multiple currencies. If you go further down, you can get a quick overview of your total profits, anywhere from month by month or by quarter for any period of time since you started your business. And if you go further down, you can keep track of your expenditures for the same time windows from any point of time starting and ending in any currency, and it breaks the expenses down into categories. So you can get a quick overview of where you're spending your money. And then if you go at the bottom, the last feature is the advanced reports, and this is one of the coolest features FreshBooks has. It basically just takes all of your data, and in one click you can get these quick powerful reports that give you deeper insight into your business. So this is the overall look of the dashboard, and it's a great way to see where your business stands financially. A good accounting software is only as good as its invoicing capabilities. And thankfully, since FreshBooks got its start with just invoicing, that's where most of its features can be found. So let's take a look at what it takes to create an invoice in FreshBooks. So as you can see, FreshBooks kind of has this Weebly style to it, where you can actually see what the invoice will look like in a live preview as you add information to it. And all the basics are here. Obviously, customer information, date of issue, due dates, customized invoice numbers, your logo and brand. All the basics of invoicing is there. But also you get additional features on the side. Simple things like accepting credit cards is really easy to do just with a simple click. And then you can choose which payment processor you want. We'll talk a little bit about that more later on. Other things like customizing the invoice style, you can customize it to your own brand, colors, and different fonts. As well, my favorite feature is the make recurring, where basically if you have a customer where you're sending out invoices that are exactly the same every single month, you can set it up to automatically send and then automatically bill the customer. And that's really useful if you're selling products like subscriptions, where it's the same invoice and same price every single month. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later as well. Other things like sending late payment reminders, you can customize the intervals, charging late fees, and of course multiple dozens of different currencies you can choose from to charge your customers in. So everything you need to invoice your customers properly can be found here. And then you can, once the invoice is done, you can send via email or even traditional mail. So everything you need to invoice can be found here. There's a number of ways you can receive payments through FreshBooks. Obviously, it accepts the traditional ways of things like cash, debit cards, and checks, where you can just manually enter the payment afterwards. But also, I mean, it's 2017, everybody uses credit cards. So you can also accept credit cards through your invoices, and there's basically two ways you can do that. One is FreshBooks Payments, which is obviously FreshBooks' own payment processor, and the other is Stripe. They both have the same processing fees, which is 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. The major difference between the two is that Stripe generally is better. It gives you more customization. It's better to manage subscriptions for your customers. So if you're selling a lot of products where you're charging a subscription each and every month, Stripe does a better job of managing that with little things like just being able to even enter your client's credit card number yourself and having control over that. You can do that with Stripe. With FreshBooks, in order to get a credit card number in there, the customer has to do it themselves. So it can be particularly annoying if you've already got a customer base and you have to switch over to FreshBooks. All of your customers that you have right now would have to then enter their credit cards in and opt in to being automatically billed every single month. So most people wouldn't like that. I know I don't like that. And since the fees are the same, I would personally go with Stripe, but obviously it's up to you. A biggest mistake I would say here is that FreshBooks got rid of the option to receive payment through PayPal. With FreshBooks Classic, you could do that. With the newly redesigned FreshBooks, they got rid of it. And it seems like they did that to basically get people to use FreshBooks payments. I think that's a big mistake. I get why they want people to use their own payment processor, but you don't do that by getting rid of features that were already there and trying to force customers to do it. So that's probably the biggest negative I've seen so far with FreshBooks. But other than that, accepting credit cards is super easy with FreshBooks. In business, you gotta track how you're making money, but also how you're spending it. So you wanna make sure you stay on top of your expenses. And FreshBooks will help you to do that. And it's all completely automated. All you have to do is simply connect your bank and credit card accounts and have all of the expenses from those accounts automatically imported into FreshBooks and categorized, as you can see here. And connecting the accounts is as simple as logging in from here. And FreshBooks says they support over 14,000 financial institutions. So there's a very good chance that your account will be supported. So expense tracking, super easy in FreshBooks. If you have a team of employees or contractors that you work with regularly, you probably use some sort of project management tool. Now, FreshBooks actually has a project management feature built into their accounting platform that allows you to basically keep track of your team members and contractors and to better collaborate with them. It allows you to track hours logged both by yourself and by your team members. It allows you to convert those timed hours automatically into invoices to bill your clients, and also provides a nice little collaboration tool where you can enter messages and share documents, simple things like images, basically kind of like Dropbox. In fact, it might even be a nice little replacement for Dropbox if all you need is a simple way to keep things centralized and collaborate with your team members. So it's a nice little addition to what looks like, at first glance, FreshBooks looks like it's just an invoicing and accounting platform, but they have a lot of nice additional features like this one. If you offer services like consulting, where you have to bill your clients by the hour, FreshBooks time tracking feature can be really useful for you. It's a simple timer that allows you to keep track of all of the time that you spend working for clients, and most importantly, it allows you to share that time with those clients so they know exactly what they're paying for. Just simple timers that you can click to get started, and then once you've recorded the time and logged it, all you have to do is click generate invoice, and any unbilled hours here, you can just in the matter of 1 or 2 clicks, you can convert that unbilled time into an invoice and send it off to your clients. One of my favorite features of FreshBooks is their advanced reports feature. In just a couple of clicks, I can get a detailed overview of how my business stands in a variety of categories. If I want to know how much money I'm actually making, I can pull up a profit and loss report, and in just 2 seconds, I know exactly how much money I've made so far this year in the Canadian currency. Of course, I can switch to see how much money I've had made, let's say last quarter, in American. and it tells me exactly that as well. Other reports like expense reports, I can know exactly where I'm spending my money over since I've started the business, or at least since I started using FreshBooks. And all of these are just a few clicks away. This is data that's you're already putting into FreshBooks, and FreshBooks is turning it into useful insights so you know exactly what's going on in your business. Something that not enough businesses do these days. You got to make the most of the data that's already at your disposal, and FreshBooks makes that super easy with their advanced reports. With so many online tools and resources available to us these days, you need an invoicing and accounting platform that plays well with others. FreshBooks fortunately does just that. It integrates with so many other tools, some of them that you probably already use in your day-to-day business. Things like e-commerce platforms like Shopify, payment processors like Stripe, like we discussed earlier, payroll providers like Gusto, or CRMs that you probably use in your day-to-day sales, especially if you're selling digital products. So FreshBooks integrates with so many different tools and platforms that no doubt will play well with whatever you're already using. FreshBooks also has its own dedicated mobile app. So I don't have one of those fancy phone screen recorders to show you exactly how it works in motion. But from all the testing that I've done, it seems like the FreshBooks mobile app does pretty much everything the desktop version can do, other than the reports. You can't seem to generate any reports from your mobile app, but honestly, I can't imagine there's going to be too many scenarios where you'll need to do that. But everything else, invoices, expenses, recording payments, and tracking and importing those expenses can all be done from your mobile app, both on Android or iOS. FreshBooks pricing is very competitive with the industry standard, including base shots like QuickBooks. The nice thing about their 3-tier payment subscription plans are that each of these plans contain all the features. They don't lock away some features behind the nicest packages. It basically just comes down to how many clients you have. So for the light package, you can have up to 5 clients. The plus, you can have up to 50. And the premium, you can have up to 500. And FreshBooks offers a full 30-day free trial, so you can give it a try for months, see if you like it. And if you don't, there's no obligation, and you can cancel it. And they also, of course, offer a special package called FreshBooks Select, and that's for companies that, as it says here, bill for over $5,000 a month in credit card payments. So if you take a lot of online payments, you can go with the FreshBooks Select option, and you get a lower transaction fee, and you get a better rate. So FreshBooks pricing, very competitive. I haven't found actually any other invoicing platforms out there that are cheaper for the amount of features that FreshBooks offers. So it's a good deal in my opinion. Sometimes you're going to get stuck, and when you do, you're going to want help. Most companies these days, when it comes to customer support, they break it down into 2 categories, communication and self-serve. FreshBooks, when it comes to communication, you can either email them or give them a call. And they make some pretty bold claims here with regards to their phone customer support. They say they'll pick up the phone in 4 rings. I tested this, and somebody picked it up after 5. So hardly something to cry over. 5 rings is still way faster than most customer support you'll get these days. Their email support is also quite fast too. I always have gotten a response within a couple hours of sending them an email. But they also have the frequently asked questions section, which would be the self-help section. And it's a large knowledge base of the most common issues and questions customers have. It's got a nice search feature here, so if you have a specific question, you can type it in here, and it'll likely pop up. Honestly, most issues that I've had were answered through the self-serve section, and really any good knowledge base should be able to do that. I mean, that is the point of it. So again, I have had great customer support with FreshBooks. They're very timely, very easy to find answers. Had absolutely no problems so far. I love FreshBooks. I really do. I've been using them ever since I started my web design marketing business a few years ago. They've been with me from the beginning, and they meet all of my needs and then some. That said, it's obviously meant more for smaller businesses, a lot of freelancers. If you have a large business or you have a lot of specific accounting needs, like for example, if you have a team that requires payroll, then FreshBooks probably isn't a good fit for you. But if you're a small business or freelancer, you want a clean, beautiful, simple way to invoice your customers and track your profit and loss, track your expenses, collaborate with your teams, and track your time and be able to bill your clients by billable hours, I don't see why you would pick anything else other than FreshBooks. So give it a try today. You can try the 30-day free trial. You don't even have to enter a credit card for it. Just try it for 30 days. And if you don't like it, you can always move on to something else. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, hit me up. If you found this review helpful, please give it a like or comment. It helps a lot. Thanks.